The only reason you are within the 3D or earth or hell, whichever you want to call it, all the same thing, measuring the same thing, but with different titles, ultimately having the same experience though. You're only existing within that stream of consciousness if you believe that you are separate from source, right? Which is to say you are of the lower vibration and therefore you are too dense to enter into the fifth dimension, right? To be in the 5D, you have to release this body, right? The only way to release this body is to release it in your mind. The only way to release it in your mind is to know that you are not this body. The only way to know that you are not this body is to know that you are what is dwelling within this body. To know that you are what is dwelling within this body is to know that you are God. To know that you are God is to know that you are all. To know that you are all is to know that you are source, right? And so when you know that, which is different than believing it, right? When you know it, you quite literally reframe the matrix within your mind, right? You loose the shackles, okay? You deveil, you decalcify the pineal gland, which is the crown, okay? And you lose this body and you re-enter the matrix, right? You re-enter the portal, you re-enter the waters, which is not the mother's womb, right? Because you can't re-enter the birth canal. However, you do re-enter the mind of God, which is also a womb, right? And so when you re-enter this womb, that means that you are no longer alive in the third dimension, which is not to say that you died in the 3D and you didn't, right? Because I'm in the 5D. I didn't experience death. And people will say, well, no, we don't believe you. That's because you don't know what I'm talking about, right? Death is not real. It is an illusion. And only those within the 3D who believe that they are disconnected from eternal life believe that, right? Because if you knew that you were God and you knew that you cannot die because you were never born, because you were manifested, you were not born, right? You were not created, you were formed in the original Hebrew, right? If you go analyze that text, you would know like death is an illusion. And so when I say I'm in the 5D, I quite literally mean I'm in the 5D. I felt a feeling of intense love wrap itself around me fully. And I had a moment of recollection of literally perceiving the world and recognizing that everything is me. And as a result of that, I have an obligation and a duty to use my word, my logic, my divinity differently than what I was previously doing when I thought I was the devil. And just the devil, right? Without the recognition, like, man, yeah, you the devil because you created the devil. If you wake up, you'll see your God and you're in heaven. This is paradise, right? Heaven is within. This is why I say that your capacity to love God is measured by your capacity to sit alone in the dark, right? Darkness is not evil. Darkness is lack of knowing, right? It's re-entering the mind and being childlike again. And being able to experience it from an awakened space where you know that everything is you is beautiful.